If someone told you that fruits spike blood sugar, vegetables are risky, and seafoods are too fatty for diabetics, they weren't just wrong. They were keeping you from the very foods that could heal you. Because the real danger isn't in eating nature's medicine, it's in fearing it. What if the right fruits could ease your nerve pain? The right vegetables could calm your blood sugar, and the right seafoods could protect your heart, brain, and kidneys, all while lowering your A1C? Stay with me. First on list, fruits. Diabetes doesn't just raise your blood sugar. It slowly alters everything: your energy, your vision, your digestion, your nerves, your hormones, and even your intimacy. Over time, high glucose levels damage tiny blood vessels, weaken nerve pathways, burden your kidneys, inflame your heart, dull your brain, and disturb the natural balance of hormones that once made you feel vibrant, focused, and fully alive. But deep within nature's sweet pharmacy, there's something that can help repair that damage. Something often misunderstood, yet deeply powerful: fruit. If you're dealing with tingling, burning, numbness, or weakness in your feet or hands, that's neuropathy. And it starts when your nerve endings are starved of oxygen and inflamed by oxidative stress. This is where berries, especially strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, begin to shine. These fruits are rich in anthocyanins that restore capillary circulation and protect the fragile myelin sheath that insulates your nerves. The glycemic index of strawberries is just 41, with blueberries at 53, raspberries at 32, and blackberries as low as 25, all safely in the low GI category. 1 cup of strawberries contains 12 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 12% of your daily fiber needs, and over 85 milligrams of vitamin C, providing a whopping 141% of your daily requirement. That vitamin C doesn't just support your immune system, it's essential for collagen production, nerve regeneration, and blood vessel integrity. To turn this into a therapeutic dish, combine half a cup of blueberries, half a cup of blackberries, 1 scoop of plain Greek yogurt, a teaspoon of chia seeds, and a dash of cinnamon. This meal delivers antioxidants, protein, omega-3s, and blood sugar balance, all supporting nerve healing and insulin sensitivity. Now picture your kidneys. These organs filter your blood 24/7, clearing out toxins and excess glucose. But diabetes puts enormous pressure on them. When sugar levels remain elevated, the glomeruli, the microscopic filters inside your kidneys, begin to break down, leaking protein into your urine. That's early-stage nephropathy. And to protect against it, you need fruits that reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and regulate blood pressure. Enter the apple. One medium apple has a glycemic index of around 38 and delivers 25 grams of total carbs with 4.5 grams of fiber, covering 18% of your daily fiber goal. Apples are rich in pectin, a soluble fiber that helps lower LDL cholesterol and feed beneficial gut bacteria. They also provide 8% of your daily vitamin C and trace amounts of boron and potassium. These nutrients improve endothelial function and support the renal arteries that feed the kidneys. Try slicing one apple and lightly sautéing it in a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil. Add a dusting of cinnamon and a squeeze of lemon. Top it with a tablespoon of crushed walnuts, which offer alpha-linolenic acid and arginine, both shown to support vascular health and lower inflammation in kidney tissue. Then there are your eyes. High glucose can damage the tiny capillaries of the retina, leading to a condition called diabetic retinopathy, the leading cause of adult blindness. The best fruits for ocular protection are cherries. They have an incredibly low glycemic index of 20 to 22 and a glycemic load of just 3 per half cup. That same half cup offers 12 grams of total carbohydrates and 1.5 grams of fiber, 6% of your daily fiber target, alongside anthocyanins, quercetin, and melatonin precursors. These compounds directly reduce inflammation in the retina and stabilize the blood-retinal barrier. Cherries also help lower nighttime cortisol and regulate circadian rhythm, which supports blood sugar and hormone balance. To build this into a healing meal, combine half a cup of cherries with 1 ounce of goat cheese and 5 pistachios. This combination improves in nitric oxide bioavailability, supports vision, and aids in pelvic blood flow, which helps with both mood and intimacy, Your gut plays a central role in blood sugar control, hormonal signaling, and immune function. Many diabetics deal with bloating, constipation, or slow stomach emptying due to vagus nerve dysfunction. That's why kiwi is a gut health superstar. With a glycemic index of 50 and a glycemic load of only 7, it's both safe and beneficial. One medium kiwi has 11 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 8% of your daily need, and delivers over 71 milligrams of vitamin C, providing 79% of your daily value. It also gives you 215 milligrams of potassium, 6% of daily value, and 1.5 milligrams of vitamin E, 10% of daily value. Kiwi contains a powerful enzyme called actinidine, which supports protein digestion and helps regulate gut motility. To turn this into a functional meal, slice one kiwi and pair it with half a cup of cottage cheese and a teaspoon of ground flax seeds. This combination soothes digestion, supports liver detox, and nourishes gut flora, all of which help reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes and improve insulin sensitivity. Your heart is under constant pressure in diabetes. High glucose inflames the arteries, thickens the blood, and stiffens vessel walls, leading to high blood pressure, plaque buildup, and cardiovascular strain. The orange is one of nature's most potent heart protectors. A medium orange has a glycemic index of 40 and a glycemic load of just 5. It offers 15 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 12% of daily value, and 70 milligrams of vitamin C, more than 93% of your daily value. Oranges also deliver hesperidin and naringenin, flavonoids shown to improve cholesterol profiles, reduce arterial stiffness, and lower systolic blood pressure. Segment 1 whole orange and mix it with a cup of arugula, a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, and a drizzle of olive oil. This salad improves blood flow, supports nitric oxide production, and gives your cardiovascular system the antioxidants it needs to defend against diabetic complications. Finally, let's talk about sexual health, an area many diabetics quietly suffer through. In men, high glucose restricts blood flow to the penis and impairs nitric oxide signaling, leading to erectile dysfunction. In women, it disrupts estrogen balance, causes tissue dryness, and reduces pleasure. One of the most balancing and restorative fruits for this is the pear. A medium pear has a glycemic index of 38 and a glycemic load of 6. It contains 26 grams of carbs and 5.5 grams of fiber, delivering over 22% of your daily fiber goal. Pears also hydrate the body and contain polyphenols that improve blood vessel dilation and circulation to the pelvic region. They support liver detox of excess estrogen and help regulate hormone sensitivity. One medium pear with a tablespoon of almond butter and a few dark chocolate chips becomes more than a dessert. It becomes a hormone-boosting, blood sugar stabilizing tool for restoring intimacy, comfort, and energy. What ties all of this together is not just the fruit, it's how you use it. Each of these fruits brings a unique healing effect, but only when eaten in a portion-controlled, properly paired, and strategically timed way. For most people, 1/2 to 1 cup per serving is ideal. Always eat fruit with a source of protein or fat, like nuts, seeds, yogurt, or eggs. Eat fruit with meals, not alone, and avoid juices and dried fruits, which concentrate sugar and eliminate the fiber that protects your glucose. Berries are your ally for nerve damage and immune balance. Apples defend your kidneys and restore gut bacteria. Cherries heal your eyes and improve sleep. Kiwi supports digestion, cortisol, and microbiome resilience. Oranges protect your heart, arteries, and blood pressure. Pears bring circulation, intimacy, and hormonal restoration back into your body and relationships. This is not just nutrition. This is therapeutic eating. This is choosing foods that speak to the language of healing. Tell me in the comments, which fruit are you adding to your life this week? And where in the world are you watching from? Drop your country. Second on list, vegetables. For most people, vegetables are seen as basic, boring background food. But for someone living with diabetes, the right vegetables can become frontline medicine. Because inside those roots, leaves, stems, and pods are compounds that actively fight inflammation, protect your organs, reverse insulin resistance, feed your microbiome, and even restore the tissues diabetes tries to damage. These aren't just low-carb side dishes. They're metabolic weapons. Let's start with one of the most powerful, broccoli. When high glucose damages the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys, retina, and nerves, what you need is a compound that activates your body's antioxidant defenses and improves insulin signaling at the cellular level. Broccoli contains sulforaphane, a sulfur-rich compound shown to reduce oxidative stress, decrease inflammation markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, and even support detoxification through the liver. A 1 cup serving of cooked broccoli gives you just 6 grams of total carbohydrates and 2.4 grams of fiber, leaving you with 3.6 net carbs. It has a glycemic index of just 10, which is extremely low, and a glycemic load of around 1. That same serving provides 220% of your daily vitamin K, 135% of your vitamin C, 14% of your fiber, and nearly 10% of your folate. That means this vegetable supports blood clotting, collagen production, kidney filtration, and nerve protection. Want to build a healing recipe? Try steaming 1 cup of broccoli and tossing it in olive oil, lemon juice, and a pinch of turmeric. The healthy fat enhances vitamin K absorption, the lemon provides citric acid to aid mineral uptake, and turmeric adds curcumin, an anti-inflammatory shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Now picture your pancreas, liver, and muscles, the 3 places where insulin does its work. When you're insulin resistant, those cells stop responding to the signal that says let the sugar in. That's where spinach becomes more than just leafy greens. Spinach is rich in magnesium, folate, potassium, and alpha-lipoic acid, a compound that enhances glucose transport into cells. 1 cup of raw spinach has only 1 gram of carbohydrate, with 0.7 grams of fiber and virtually 0 glycemic impact. Its glycemic index is so low it's essentially unmeasurable, and its glycemic load is practically 0. That single cup provides 56% of your daily vitamin A as beta-carotene, 15% of folate, 14% of vitamin C, and 5% of magnesium. For diabetics, that magnesium is critical. It helps lower fasting glucose, reduces A1C, and supports nerve and muscle function. Blend 1 cup of spinach into a smoothie with half a cucumber, a few mint leaves, and a squeeze of lime. It's a hydrating, glucose-lowering tonic that supports liver detox and stabilizes post-meal glucose levels. Let's move deeper, into your heart and your blood vessels. Diabetes damages the endothelium, the fragile lining of your arteries. This leads to high blood pressure, plaque buildup, and reduced circulation, especially to your feet, brain, and reproductive system. One of the most healing vegetables for circulation is beetroot. Though often feared for its sweetness, cooked beets have a glycemic index of 64, but the glycemic load for a half-cup serving is only 5, still considered low. That same half cup offers 8.5 grams of carbs, 1.7 grams of fiber, and 37% of your daily folate needs, 6% of vitamin C, and nearly 8% of your potassium. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates, which convert to nitric oxide in the body, relaxing blood vessels, improving circulation, and restoring endothelial function. If you've been dealing with erectile dysfunction, leg cramps, cold hands or feet, or brain fog, this is the vegetable that may help restore blood flow. Roast 1/2 cup of beets with balsamic vinegar and olive oil, then serve it over a bed of arugula with walnuts and feta cheese. This meal not only improves circulation, but also supports detoxification and blood pressure regulation. Now turn your attention to your immune system and inflammation levels. Diabetes weakens immune function and increases the risk of infections, especially in the gums, skin, and urinary tract. One of the best immune supportive vegetables is red bell pepper. With a glycemic index of just 15 and a glycemic load of only 2 for a half-cup serving, it's blood sugar safe and nutritionally potent. Half a cup of chopped raw red bell pepper gives you just 4.6 grams of carbs and 1.5 grams of fiber, with only 3.1 net carbs. That same amount delivers over 100% of your daily vitamin C, 15% of vitamin A, and 7% of vitamin B6. These nutrients support white blood cell production, reduce inflammatory cytokines, and enhance tissue repair. Try slicing red bell pepper into sticks and dipping it into hummus, made from tahini and garlic, both of which have additional blood sugar lowering and immune boosting effects. Let's talk about digestion next, because your gut health determines everything from insulin sensitivity to hormone balance. One of the most powerful gut-healing vegetables is zucchini. Light, hydrating, and loaded with soluble and insoluble fiber, zucchini soothes the gut lining and supports microbiome diversity. 1 cup of cooked zucchini contains just 4 grams of carbs, 1.3 grams of fiber, and only 2.7 net carbs. It has a glycemic index around 15 and a glycemic load of just 1. That same cup provides 17% of your vitamin C, 10% of manganese, and 6% of potassium. These nutrients help calm inflammation in the digestive tract, regulate bowel movements, and improve nutrient absorption. Spiralize zucchini into noodles and toss with olive oil, crushed garlic, lemon zest, and a spoonful of ricotta. This meal is anti-inflammatory, low-carb, deeply hydrating, and soothing to the gut-liver axis. And now for your nerves, your muscles, your blood pressure, and your sleep. Swiss chard may be one of the most overlooked powerhouses in the diabetic vegetable arsenal. With a glycemic index of 15 and just 3.7 grams of carbs per cooked cup, it's one of the most nutrient-dense, low-carb vegetables you can eat. That same cup delivers 636% of your daily vitamin K, 60% of your vitamin A, 35% of your vitamin C, 20% of magnesium, and over 25% of potassium. Magnesium calms the nervous system, reduces nighttime cramps, lowers blood pressure, and improves insulin function. To bring this into your routine, saute a cup of chopped Swiss chard with garlic and olive oil, then squeeze on fresh lemon. This supports bile flow, helps detoxify estrogen, and enhances nerve conductivity. If your goals include reversing insulin resistance, lowering A1C, improving digestion, protecting your heart, calming your nerves, and restoring sexual function, vegetables aren't optional. They are foundational, but only when used wisely, 1 to 2 cups per meal. Always eaten with healthy fat to enhance nutrient absorption, and always prepared in ways that preserve their fiber and phytochemicals, roasted, steamed, raw, or lightly sautéed. Every vegetable you've heard about today targets a different battlefield. Broccoli for oxidative stress and kidney support, spinach for insulin sensitivity and magnesium, beetroot for nitric oxide and circulation, bell pepper for immune strength and inflammation, zucchini for digestion and microbiome health, Swiss chard for blood pressure and nerve stability. These aren't just side dishes. They're primary tools, and the way you prepare and combine them can transform your glucose, your energy, your mood, and even your future. So which vegetable are you starting with today, and which complication are you ready to fight back against? Comment below, hit that like button, subscribe to Diabetes Healthcare. Third on list, seafoods. If you're living with diabetes, you already know that food is more than fuel. It's medicine. And when it comes to reversing the damage diabetes causes, few foods are more powerful than seafood. These aren't just protein sources. They're anti-inflammatory, glucose-stabilizing, nerve-healing, heart-protecting superfoods when you choose the right ones. And the best part? All of the seafood we'll explore today has a glycemic index of 0. That means no sugar, no starch, and no impact on blood glucose, making them some of the safest and most healing proteins for diabetics. Let's start with wild salmon. This fish is one of the richest dietary sources of EPA and DHA, 2 forms of omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and protect the linings of your blood vessels. Just a 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, cooked portion of wild salmon contains about 22 grams of protein and 2 grams of omega-3 fats. That serving delivers over 113% of your daily vitamin B, 56% of your selenium, 75% of vitamin D, and 10 to 15% of potassium. These nutrients aren't just numbers. They translate directly into healing. Vitamin B12 supports nerve repair and energy metabolism. Selenium acts as a powerful antioxidant, and vitamin D modulates immune function and insulin signaling. If you're dealing with neuropathy, brain fog, or poor circulation, salmon is a frontline food. For a healing recipe, bake 4 ounces of wild salmon with olive oil, lemon, garlic, and a sprinkle of turmeric. Serve it over sautéed spinach for added magnesium and fiber. This simple plate fights inflammation, supports your nerves, and stabilizes glucose with every bite. Now picture your heart. Diabetes accelerates atherosclerosis, the thickening of arteries, through chronic inflammation, high triglycerides, and poor endothelial function. To reverse that process, you need seafood that lowers triglycerides and improves blood lipid profiles. That's where sardines come in. These small, oily fish pack a huge punch in a tiny portion. Just one 3.75-ounce can of sardines in olive oil provides over 50% of your daily calcium, 300% of vitamin B12, 70% of selenium, and up to 1.3 grams of EPA and DHA. Sardines also provide vitamin D and coenzyme Q10, which help improve mitochondrial function and cardiovascular resilience. They're especially helpful for those with early signs of congestive heart failure, arrhythmia, or high blood pressure. Because they're eaten whole, bones and all, they support bone health and electrolyte balance too. Eat sardines cold on whole grain crackers, or mash them with mustard and chopped celery as a filling for lettuce wraps. Either way, you're not just eating, you're repairing arterial damage, balancing lipids, and feeding your cells. Next, let's talk about shrimp. Often misunderstood, shrimp are actually a powerful ally for diabetics when prepared properly. A 4-ounce serving of shrimp contains about 23 grams of protein, only 1 gram of fat, and 0 carbohydrates. That same portion provides over 70% of your daily selenium, 50% of B12, and a powerful antioxidant called astaxanthin. Despite past fears about cholesterol, recent research shows that shrimp can actually improve HDL to LDL ratios and lower inflammation when consumed as part of a balanced diet. Shrimp also contains iodine, essential for thyroid function, and taurine, a compound that improves insulin sensitivity and helps control blood pressure. For diabetics struggling with fatigue, slow metabolism, or thyroid imbalance, shrimp is a clean, powerful protein. Grill 4 ounces of shrimp with olive oil, garlic, and parsley. Serve it with a cup of steamed zucchini and a squeeze of lemon. You'll feel energized without the carb crash. Now let's look at mussels, one of the most nutrient-dense shellfish on the planet. A 3-ounce serving of mussels provides about 20 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and over 340% of your daily B12 requirement. That same portion also offers 20 to 30% of iron, manganese, selenium, and zinc, key minerals for immune health, oxygen transport, and antioxidant defense. Mussels are particularly rich in DHA and taurine, making them excellent for brain and nerve protection. They're also a great source of iodine, which supports hormonal balance and energy production. If you're dealing with mental fatigue, weakened immunity, or signs of nerve damage, mussels should be on your menu. Steam half a pound of mussels in bone broth with garlic, thyme, and a splash of white wine. Serve with chopped kale or cauliflower mash for a blood sugar-friendly, nutrient-rich dinner that feeds your cells and sharpens your mind. And now for lobster, a luxurious shellfish that offers more than just indulgence. A 3.5-ounce serving of lobster tail gives you about 19 grams of protein, less than 1 gram of fat, and no carbs. It's a surprisingly lean seafood, yet it provides 130% of your daily selenium, 40% of zinc, and 85% of vitamin B12. These nutrients help lower inflammation, protect against oxidative stress, and support the immune system. Lobster also contains choline, which aids in brain health and insulin regulation. For diabetics struggling with neuropathy or cognitive decline, the choline B12 combo in lobster is highly protective. Try steaming a 4-ounce lobster tail and serving it with roasted Brussels sprouts and a drizzle of ghee or olive oil. It's a refined yet simple way to nourish your brain, balance glucose, and promote calm, steady energy. Lastly, let's bring in oysters, an oceanic powerhouse for hormone balance, nerve function, and wound healing. A 3-ounce serving of cooked oysters delivers more than 500% of your daily zinc requirement, 200% of B12, and 90% of selenium. Zinc plays a crucial role in insulin production, testosterone regulation, and immune defense, all vital for diabetics dealing with slow healing, low libido, or immune dysfunction. Oysters are also high in taurine, which helps regulate heart rhythm and protect retinal tissue. Eat them steamed, grilled, or baked with garlic and herbs. Skip fried or breaded versions. The mineral content supports vascular health, cellular repair, and glucose control from multiple angles. And here's the truth. The more seafood you incorporate, prepared simply and eaten in the right portion, the more you arm your body against the damage diabetes tries to create. Stick to 3.5 to 4 ounces per serving. Avoid breading, frying, or sugary sauces. Always pair seafood with low glycemic vegetables or healthy fats like avocado, nuts, olive oil, or leafy greens. This keeps your glucose stable and enhances nutrient absorption. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.